Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Excel Talk Show. Today is 2020, August 11th, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, San Francisco time. And you guys pick a topic in the chat box. Okay, I have in the YouTube description, there are two topics. So pick one, type in the chat box. And Jagan says number 2. Now number 2 is, let's see what is number 2. And so today's topic is gonna be either Emacs Lisp coding in real time with explanation, or JavaScript coding in real time with explanation. In either case, in both cases, you'll see a lot of my workflow, Emacs workflow. I'll explain that. So if you are Emacs user interested in workflow, I'll also explain that. And also, any questions, type it. Okay, I'm going to try to do it fast, so there's more information instead of me rambling on. So after that, after the live coding, we are going to talk some random stuff. Okay, now pick a topic and type in the chat box. Okay, and Jagan says number 2. Jagan, the Scheme Lisp expert, says number 2. So what is number 2? Number 2 is write a rot13 web app in JavaScript. Okay, we can do that in 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure it'll be done. So any other choices? Emily says number 3. There's no number 3. George, good morning. JavaScript. Okay, JavaScript just for the blood. Let's do JavaScript then. First of all, let me show you this one. Double check, am I alive? Am I good to go? So hold on a second. So okay, check if I'm alive. Yes, I'm alive. Stop that to save my CPU and go to here. Yes, I'm alive and good. Okay, I'm going to this is the background image for today's YouTube video. You see this, so this is a photo of architecture. Apparently it's abandoned. So this is Pantheon to the heroes in the anti-fascist struggle. That's the name of the sculpture in Burgas, Bulgaria, 1981. So it's a fantastic sculpture. I don't like, it's anti-fascist crap, lots of misinformation. But anyway, this is a great sculpture. And here is another view. So apparently this place is abandoned. Bulgaria. Okay, so let's start today's talk show. I'm going to do, so JavaScript. Let's begin JavaScript, okay? Comments, questions as I talk and you type it, okay? So let's do JavaScript. We are going to do rot13. So yesterday we explained what is rot13. Basically, let me magnify, okay? So ABCD, okay, something in the water, okay, I want to encrypt it. So metax rot13 region, and it becomes that. So if you start with ABCD rot13, then you get NOPQ. Basically, you swap each English letter to the 13th letter after it. So A becomes N, B becomes O, C becomes P, D becomes Q. And if you do it again, it comes back, because 13th letter English has 26 letters. So it's kind of symmetric. So that's a rot13, and we are going to write JavaScript app to do that, okay? So let's go to, where should I put it? Rot13, let's go to comp, okay? Go to my computer blog, magnify, show in browser. So this is my programming blog, and we are just going to create a new page. Add a new, hold on a second, show in the pink windows. On the pink window, you can see all the Emacs command I call, such as moving cursor or whatever keystroke I type, it'll show on the right window. So I'm using a Vorak keyboard layout and also Xafly keys. So you can see almost everything is single letter press. So I'm going to start a new section and start a new page. So the new page will be rot13. Okay, let's just name that rot13 cipher. Okay, cipher rot13 cipher. Okay, I type that, then call command xp xnp. xnp is a brief for XAR new page. Okay, let's do describe function. So you can see xnp is a alias for XAR site new page. So you go into that, magnify XAR site new page, it just create a new page. So let me show you. Okay, so on this line I call xnp, meta x xnp, enter, magnify, so you got that a new page, a new HTML page, and linkified. So add a paragraph, show in browser, there it is. And if you open that, it's empty. So back to Emacs, put a cursor on the link, press enter to open it, magnify, shrink. You see that's a page showing browsers, it's empty. So we are going to start to write a JavaScript. So rot13, so in order to do that, you need an input box where people can type things. Right? Am I doing good? Okay, so yeah, let's keep going. So you need to JavaScript. This is DOM. This is JavaScript. You need to create an input box. So how do we do that? Let's go to XAR JavaScript website. You just type XAR JavaScript, you'll see it. So here is the DOM tutorial, and how do you do a input text box? There it is, text field. Okay, this is for name and stuff. We actually want a big input box. So we go to text area. Technically, this is called text area. You see, you can type things here, and JavaScript will get the result. So let's just copy the code. Let's be lazy and copy the code here. Copy and paste coding. Okay, close that. Back to Emacs, paste it here. Okay, and of course you have to know what you're doing. So this is a tag we need: text area, then ID, then row, number of rows to show here, then column 40. Okay, let's just use that. So type text here. Here's a default input text. Okay, and result. This is a show box. So you see here is a paragraph, and basically you have the span ID. So span with ID. So what this part means is that in your JavaScript, in JavaScript, what you need to do is you grab the input, then you do the rot13, then you need to put it back in the HTML page. So this part, the spam ID, this part is where you can tell JavaScript to add the result into under this spam. For example, right now I select or type something. You can see the result shows under the result. Magnify. You can see the result in real time. Okay, so this is basically the code. Then this part is the JavaScript. Cut it. Let's create a JavaScript link. Okay, so JavaScript. So copy the file path. Hold on a second. Back to Emacs. Copy the file path. You can see the command here. Remember, on the pink window. Copy the file path. Paste it, and change the HTML to JS. JavaScript. Okay, so we have the JavaScript file name with the same name as the HTML except the extension. So now I want to link it. So I press the button, XAR HTML, any linkify, it becomes a JavaScript link. Let's magnify. Okay, so it becomes a JavaScript link. Now I can go to the link. Let's split the window. Go to the link. Enter. File does not exist. Create new. Yes. Okay, now we have our JavaScript code. So first of all, let's put a date. So here we begin to code the JavaScript. Now remember, we copied some JavaScript before, so let's just paste it. paste it, paste previous. There it is. So here's our code. We start with constant area, text area. So text area, constant variable name text area, and document.get element by ID text area ID. So this text area variable will hold this input box item. I mean called element HTML tags. When it's in JavaScript, it's called element. So this is text area element. So that's assigned to this text area variable. And in the same way, the show box, remember, it's a result. Let me show you. Okay, so split buffer, go back. You see, this is the show area. So you see, this is span tag show area. So that's in this line. We just grab that element. So now we have both of these elements. That's a user input and output. User interface elements. Now you just want to create a function, update, constant update, and the arrow function. So the arrow function takes no input. This is the arguments, no arguments. Then the body of the function is this part. Okay, so let's do that. So here's the body of the function, and what does it do? It showbox. Remember, showbox is this thing, the result box. The place to display the result, which is a span, which is the span tag there. So showbox dot text content. Text content is one of the property of the span tag. I mean, not span. So text content is when you want to add text inside the tag. Then we say text area dot value. So remember, text area is the input box. Then dot value means you get the whatever it's inside. Okay, so that's your function. So here, this is my function, update, update, a function to update it. Then what you need to do is you need to assign a event handler to the function. What does that mean? That means whenever user types something, that's an event. Okay, the browser will fire it. But you need to set it up. You need to tell the browser every time a specific event happens, call your function, and your function will do something to it. In our case, our function will just take the input and output in this, added to the inner tag of this span area. So far so good. So is that all clear? Okay, guys, is it good? Is it good so far? I need to check if I'm still talking. Okay, sometimes I went on dead. Okay, so we need to let's go back to browser. Okay, so we are almost done actually. So text area, we need to add an event. So text area, we want to add an event to the text area, which is this box. Text area dot add event listener. Okay, the add event listener is a function in DOM that takes 3 arguments. So the event will be input. That means every time user types something, it will fire an event. Okay, so the event name is the input. Then the second argument is a function name. In our case, we say f update. Whenever the event happens, f update will be called. Then the third argument, don't worry about it. You can, if you study JavaScript DOM, you can look up add event listener. So event is input. Whenever that happens, we call f update. And what does f update do? Remember, all it does is it takes the input from the text area input and basically just add it to the output. So that is almost done. Let's show it. Okay, so let's close my tutorial. if you like my tutorial, I have a complete JavaScript tutorial. If you like it, buy it. Okay, I spent 2 years working on this. I'm proud of this. This is my best tutorial, even better than my Python or my Emacs tutorial. So close my tutorial. Back to my cipher, our cipher page. So JavaScript. Okay, now we added an event. Then at the end we call the function. Why? Because when user goes through the page, you want the result to show right away without any event happening. So that's why we call our function. So this is all there it is. All we have to do now is add the rot13 algorithm. In other words, we need to change the f update a little bit. But let's see if it works. Okay, close it. Now back to the page. Show in browser. You see we see a area box. Now hold on a second. Magnify. Now I want to add a little space there. So okay, BR, back to browser. Okay, that's good. BR is break. Now let's see if it works. We go to the browser, type something, it works. Fantastic. Fantastic, it works. Now all we have to do is to do the rot13 algorithm. So we go back to the JavaScript, open it, magnify. Okay, so rot13. So let's see how we do it. I can tell you how. Okay, so let's call Emacs first of all we need a table. We need to know. So rot13 is that you substitute each English letter to another different letter. So A will becomes N, B will becomes O, and so on. So we are going to, let's not think about efficiency. Let's not like try to do the best code, the most elegant, the most golf, whatever. Let's just get it work. Then we can try to make it better. So the most easy way is to create a table, which maps to where. So first of all, we need a list of letters. So what we can do is I have so many ways. So here is the Emacs workflow. Okay, so for example, I can say I have a command insert letter. Okay, I think no, insert alphabet. No. Wait, column. Yeah, insert column AZ. Okay, that's the command I wrote actually. So enter, start character A, enter. How many? 26. Okay, there it is. So it kind of, you see, it added a column of alphabets, but we made a mistake. That's not what we want. Undo. We want add much more empty space so it can. So go back here. Call the command again, insert column AZ, A26, there it is. So we have 26 alphabets. There are so many ways to do it. Let's see, maybe there's another easy way. But what we need to do is we need to do this. Okay, let me show you. Map, okay, JavaScript constant letter map, okay. And letter map is going to be a new map. Now a map in JavaScript is a new feature since 2015. It is a list of pairs. It's a hash table like Python's dictionary or Ruby's hash table, Ruby and Perl's hash table, or in Java they call it map. So this thing has different names. It's new in JavaScript 2015, map object. So map object, so what you want to do is you want to give it a nested array. Okay, like that. Let me show. I'm gonna show you. Okay, so nested array. Okay, and each element has two elements. Okay, so A will becomes N. Let's just copy that. B will becomes NOP, okay, Q, ABC, C will become Q. Okay, that's how we do it. that's the table I need. So we need to do this A B C D E F G everything. So actually now seeing this, I know a better way. So let's do this. Okay. So this is part of Emacs workflow. So there it is. We just do this, copy the whole thing, paste a few more. So you can see we have a bunch of these empty things. So let's copy a few more times. 9112. That should be enough. Now we're gonna insert XOR insert column AZ. Do it. Start from A. Yes. How many? 26. Yes. There we have it. So you see we created this table. Now same thing here. Let's call it again. XOR insert column AZ. Start character N. How many? 26. Okay, there's no 26. Let's just do it. Okay, so it went on to other ASCII code, but let's look at it. You see NOPQRSTUY, there it is. So let's try it again. Undo. Let's try it again. XOR insert column AZ. Start character N. How many? 13. That's fantastic. That's good. Then we start from here again. We say A. Okay, so start again. XOR insert column AZ. Start character A. How many? 13. There it is. So there it is. Now let's delete the other things we don't need. Okay. And let's shrink it so you can see better. You see, so we created this kind of table. That's the transformation table. Okay, that's it. That's for that. Let's go back now. Shrink a little bit. Okay, let it be like that. So now we have the map of the transformation table. Now what we need to do, now remember we are given a text. So basically a string, a huge string. We want to do find and replace. For each letter, we want to transform it according to this table. Actually, at this point, I think there's a better way. So the better way is to use ASCII code and using modular arithmetic. So okay, let me explain. So a simple algorithm is that you are given a string. Now for every character, you do a loop through each character. For every character, you translate that character. I mean, first of all, if that character is within the let me simplify. So for each character, you translate that character into its code point, so it becomes a number. So for example, the lowercase a, as in apple, the lowercase a becomes 97. That's ASCII code for a. So you go through each letter, you translate that letter back to the code point, which is a number. Then you add 13 to it. Then you basically then you take that number, you convert it back to the character. So basically that's the algorithm. That's actually simpler. It's simpler than what we are doing now with the map of character map. But of course there are pros and cons. If you use character map, then if you want rotate 14 or rotate 3 or different kind of cipher, then we can easily do that. Well, actually with the ASCII code you can do that too. Anyway, let's press on. Okay, let's press on. Just let's go on with our way. So right now what you want to do, you got a string, you want to do find and replace for each string according to this table. So let's do that. So we have to update our function. So let's let's update our function. So our function is here. So let's create a constant input string. Okay, input string is equals to that. Then let's create another constant result string. Okay, it's empty for now. Actually, yeah, let's say empty. Well, actually, let's say result string equals to insert string. Okay, begin with the insert string. Now we are going to go through result string. So result string let's use, so we right now we want to do find and replace. Let's see, am I doing okay? So okay, comments, great, fantastic. How is map better than a plain object? Okay, that's a good question. Let me explain that. Actually, that's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay, let's digress a little bit. Let's go to JavaScript, my JavaScript tutorial. So you go to my JavaScript tutorial, magnify, then you go down, you search for map. Okay, go down here, date map object. So you click on map object. So here is the explanation. What is the difference? That's a frequently asked question. What's the difference between object and map? You can read that, but I'll just explain to so an object, the JavaScript object has multiple purposes. For example, our object property, it can be enumerable or not, or it can be you have to figure out whether it's enumerable, because some functions will not show properties that is not enumerable, but some other time you do want things that's enumerable. So anyway, the JavaScript object properties is not really designed to be used as a hash table, because JavaScript is created, invented, and implemented in 10 days. So it's pretty lousy. So let me just read. Actually, it's easier. So map object keys can be any type. On the other hand, the object type, the keys can either just be string or symbol. So it cannot be arbitrary things. But a map's key can be anything. And then okay, so yeah, so for another example, if you have a real map object in JavaScript, you can find out how many items you have, how many pairs you have. On the other hand, for object, you cannot. You have problems because you don't. Do you want to count innumerable ones, or you want to count other things? Also, if you use an object, it has the inheritance thing. So if you are checking if a key exists, it may not exist on the object, but however, its parents has it. So it's confusing. You have to be careful. On the other hand, if you use the map object, which is new, you don't have those problems. It's simply just a hash table, or just like Perl Ruby's hash table, Java map, or it's like Python's dictionary. You don't have to worry about inheritance and all that. So that is why that's the difference. Okay, so let's go back. Let's copy that back to Emacs. Go to the talk show page and paste it here, so we know we have a log of the topics talked. Okay, let's back to coding. Okay, let's back to, now we want to do find replace. Yeah, so we are given a string. We want to do find replace. So how are we gonna do this? So string dot replace. So there's a function, a string method replace, and the first argument should be a regex regular expression. So in this case, so the regular expression then replace string. Replace string. So in our case, we want the regular expression to be a letter in our map. So and the replace string will be a letter in our map. So that means we're gonna loop through the map. Okay, so we're gonna loop through the map. So first of all, let's write a loop. For of loop. Okay, for of loop. Okay, for let k of iterable. So the iterable will be letter map, which is an iterable object. Then let k be key value. Key value. I believe, in JavaScript it's lousy because sometimes it's key value, sometimes it's value keys. So actually I have to go back to refers to my JavaScript tutorial. So you go to map, object, and there's a iterate over map object. There are two methods. You can either use for of map, which is new in 2015, or you can use for each. Let's use for each then. Okay, let's use for each. Let's do functional programming. Okay, so let's. But okay, now I remember. If you do for each, then then you have to give a function, arrow function. Then the order is reversed. So here you need to be value key. That's how you do for each. Okay. I know, because that's how JavaScript is. You see, you click on for each map prototype for each. You see the things feed to your function is value key. That's in that order, not key value. So it's kind of, you see, value key here. But if you use for of loop, it's key value. That's JavaScript. So it's inconsistent, and the reason they do that is because I'm not going to go into, because for each, because you have, I'm not going to go into. Anyway, let's go on with this. So okay, so let's use for each instead. Okay, so letter map for each key value key. Then what you're gonna do? So then you're gonna do find and replace, right? So the regular expression, the find string will be the key. Okay, the find string will be the key, and the string replace string will be the value. Okay, so then you need to say result string equals to result replace. Okay, so that's essentially what we need, because in JavaScript, when JavaScript string are immutable. That means every time when you create a string, that string never changes. Unlike array, you can never change part of the string. If you change it, it's going to create a new string. So whenever you do string operations, it always return a new string. So you need to assign it back to the result string again. So I think that's it. So that's our function. So let's see. Okay, let's double check. Okay, so let's do global. So when you do regular expression replace, you want to replace it globally. Yeah, so not just the first occurrence. So you need some sort of map. You need something like that. The backslash, the slash, that's a regular expression syntax in JavaScript, and the G is a regular expression flag, which tells the JavaScript to do it to find all strings and replace them all. But it will not work here, because right now k, you see our k is a variable. You need to evaluate it. So what do? You go to you use the regular expression constructor. Let me show you. Okay, JavaScript reference regular expression. Then you go to regular expression constructor. So here is the explanation. So actually, let me just tell you what to do. let me just type it. So instead of that, okay, hold on a second. Instead of that, we need to do okay, that's a constructor. Then you just use string. Okay, k and g. Okay, wait, g. Okay, so that's what you do. You call rejects. That's a that's a function, and the first argument is a string. In our case, k is a string. It's a character. So it turns that into a regular expression object. The second argument is again a string, which is a flag for global. So that's what we want. So let's delete that. That's what we want. So once you have that, once you have the result, you want to update the show box. Okay. So show box dot text content equals to equals to result string. I think that's it. That's our code. Let's prettify our code a little bit. So I don't have wait. Let's prettify code. Okay. Okay, so let's prettify our code, indentation and all that crap. That's it. I think that's it. Let's hope, one-shot coding. No trial and error crap. You code it once, it works. I hope so. Let's hope so. Show in browser. Show in browser. Okay, let's try select all. A, B, C, D. Crap, doesn't work. Turn on console log. Let's see what's going on. Okay, type error, invalid assignment to constant. Oh yeah, obviously. So this result string should not be constant. It should be let because we are changing it. Okay, close it, save it. Back to the JavaScript, refresh the browser. No, it's not working. Oh, it's working. Let's see. You see, A, B, C. What? D, E, F, G. It's not working. So we're supposed to have rotated 13 it. Let's see where is the what's wrong. Why is it not changing? Let's see. Okay, let's see the console log. No, it works. What? Wait. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Oh, N works. O works. P works. Q works. So some of it works, some of it not. But what is going on? Is our map wrong? Okay, I think this is actually taking longer than I expected. Let's see how long I've been talking. 40 minutes already. Oh wow, JavaScript. So Jason says, what about an alphabet string split into char array? Make that your key. Then yeah, we can do that too. Oh yeah, that's another good method. You change the string into an array of characters. Then you just shift the array 13 places. But I get what you mean. But anyway. Okay, ASCII would be much better than iterate that way. Damn it, it's nearly midnight when I'm going to bed. Okay, thank you for the details. I understand now. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so let's try to finish this, and maybe that's it for today. So the algorithm is incorrect for some reason. So it's working for MPQ. So first of all, let's check our map. A to N, B to O, then N to A. Our map seems correct. Okay. For each value key, for each one of them, you want to replace globally key and value and assign it to results. But why is that not working? Shit. Debugging. And then show box equals to content. I don't know. Close that. Let's try again. Okay. Close that. Show in browser. You see, now it works. Oh, maybe because we didn't refresh. ABC. No, ABC doesn't work. Okay, so A to M doesn't work, but the rest of it works. N to Z works. A to M doesn't work. So we probably repeated. We probably did the replacement twice. So it it went into a cycle. Oh yeah, obviously A to N, right? Here we change A to N, but then down here somewhere we changed N to A again. that's right. So what's going on? Okay, I know what's going on. Yeah, I know what happened. Now, so you see, given a text, we are trying to do this change globally. So that's where it is wrong. So what should happen is that once we changed a character, we don't change that character anymore. So we progress character by character. Yeah, that's okay. That's tedious. So okay, let's just quickly try to get this to work. Okay, so let's change algorithm because this global find replace is not going to work. We need to do it and don't change that character and go on to the next character. Okay, let's do a stupid way. I'm just going to code it fast. Okay, so we go through the result string. So a string is iterable. So we go each character. Okay, let's just say CC. Okay, CC stands for character. We go through each character. For each character, we let's say input string. Okay, so we go through input string. For each input string, a result string will be an array. Okay, let's not array. So result will be an array. Okay, so for each character in input string, we do replace. Okay, we do replace for each character in input string. Input string dot replace and not global. Okay, we don't want a global. We just want. Wait. Let's just let me just do it. So we want to go through our map, letter map for each. Oh god, this is more troublesome than I thought. For each character, okay, let's not use replace string. So we are dealing with characters. So for each character in the map, we are going through the input string for each character. So for each character, if cc equals to the character, if the character equals to the key of the map, then push, then result array, push to result array value. Okay, so that's how you do it. So you see, if the character equals to the key in the map, then push it, then we have to abort, we have to exit the loop. And it's better to it's better replace. Okay, let's try again. cc dot replace. Okay, string or rejects. Not global. Okay, so result array, JavaScript live coding, result array push. I think that's it. So result array push cc dot replace that. No, well, our function is very inefficient, because once we find the character in the map, we should stop the loop, but we are not stopping the loop because we are doing a for each. Okay, so let's use for then, for of loop. Key value in letter map okay, so okay, let me just do it. If character equals to key, then result array push value, else push value and exit. Okay, exit. Now you want to break. Okay, so break, exit the loop, else result array push cc no change, then break. Okay, that's Okay, that's, I think that's okay, let's magnify. Okay, so I think that's clean the code. I think that's it. I don't want to think too much. Let's just see if it works. Okay, so result array, then we say result array join. Okay, join empty string, that turns the array back into a string. Okay, I don't want to think too much, so I think that's let's try it. Close that, go back to opening a browser, magnify. Okay, that's enough. No, it is not working. Fuck. No, it's not working. Let's so for CC of input string. Okay, this is a big screw up. Alan, I'm still highly amused by Xar's anarchic non-indentation. You know what I need to do actually is just to I need to implement indentation in my JavaScript mod, because my JavaScript mod doesn't have indentation where I have to indent each line. Then I cannot select the whole and indent. I need to code more Emacs Lisp. That's gonna be 3 hours. That's why every time I want to indent, I have to switch back to JavaScript mod, the default JavaScript mod. Then select or indent it, then switch back to my Xar JavaScript mod. I have my own JavaScript mod because I want to do my own things. I want to use my own code. But right now I just missing the indentation feature I need to add. But usually I don't like indentation. Okay, indentation is crap. Indentation is one of the big rant I have. But for example, you see this code, I can press a key to shrink it. You should be able to. What should happen is automated in formatting. Okay, not the manual, 80 characters per line, then indent manually. Oh, you missed the indentation, you need to add one more, or you need to use this tab, or the command to predivide. This crap. It should be all automatic. That's why I have delays in implementing that feature. But anyway, right now we have a problem to solve. We need to get this algorithm to work. Right now it's not working. For CC of input string, then for the letter map, if that result array dot push v break. Okay, now what is break? Breaks the inner loop, right? Or is it continue? Shit. I need to use continue, that is why. Okay, save it, close it, showing browser. What the? Wait, I should use break. A, B, C. What the fuck? Not break. I should be break. I need to figure this out. So, okay, I'm stuck. well, I'm not really stuck, but I'm stuck that in a sense I'm doing live stream and I'm stuck in this thing. Result array dot push. Why is it not working? No, it's not working at all. So does anyone know? We should we stuck. Yeah, Jason, that's a good algorithm, but we are just trying to push through the algorithm we already started to use. The else must be outside of the for loop. The else must be outside of the for loop. Wait, let kv so if that push it should be inside, right? We can add console log to debug. No, not try delete else. That's that's exceptions. Exceptions is no good. You might be right. Now I'm under pressure. I cannot think. I need to relax. Okay, so let me. How long I've been talking? Oh my God, JavaScript. I thought this is gonna be done in 10 minutes. Okay, I need to think because that's the only way. That's the best way for me to get this going instead of reading different opinions. Going through the characters. So we're going through the characters for of loop. Let CC be input string. Okay, so we are going through each and every character in the input string, and for each character we are doing another loop through the map for every character in our map. So if the character in the input string is equals to the key in the map, then we want to change it. Okay, so what we do is we push it to the result array. We push the value in the map to the result array. That is a substitution of the letter. So but otherwise, once we do the substitution, then we break the loop of the letter map because there's only one character. We already found the key. Oh, I know why. Okay, wait. No, we shouldn't break. Yeah, okay, I know what's going on. Wait, if okay, I know what's going on. Right. We only break when the result is found. Okay, yeah. So this break is incorrect. So when the character match the key in the map, that's the we do the substitution. Then we exit of the looping of the map. We start with the next character in the input string. Okay, that's that. But if it doesn't match, the letter doesn't match the character in the map, we continue. If the letter doesn't match, oh yeah, that you are right. The else part should be outside of the now I got it. It should be outside of the map loop. Right. So if it matches, then break. Okay, if it doesn't match, go on to the next character in the map. I mean next key in the map. So when it's all done, when all this is done, you are right. So when all this is done, when none of it matches, then then you need to then you need to do that. Okay, so but how do we do this? If Oh God, this algorithm shit is getting more and more code. And how do you do this? So if it matches, you push the result, then you exit the map, which is good. Let's just add a flag, a fucking stupid, idiotic flag. Okay. The brainless way to do things. Matched. Okay, matched false. Okay, here's the brainless way to do it. I can think about better ways later on. So if it worked, okay, my God, we have a lot smart people here giving the correct solutions. Actually, I don't want to use the flag. Flag is wrong. Wait, let me think. Okay, I have to think myself. So if it's correct, I mean if it's equal, you push it. If it's otherwise, then you push it, then you break. Okay, otherwise, well, the problem right now is how do you know whether you found a match or not? Okay, so well. Oh, that's okay. I know what to do. So what we can do is, yeah, okay. Let's do this. Okay, so what we can do is result char. Okay, let's do a result character and result character empty. Okay. Now result character equals to let. Okay, let result character, we put it here, result character equals to cc. Okay, right. So and okay, hold on a second. So we need to do this. Okay, now we push. Okay, here's what we do. So we declare a result character and we go through the loop, the nested loop. and if we found a match, we set the result character to it and continue. Okay, then we push it to array. Okay, I think that should be it. Oh yeah, letter map has CC. I mean, okay, so many suggestions. You guys are probably right, but I need to put in my brain for it to work. Okay, it seems to work. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Finally, it worked. I guess this is actually real life coding. When you code in a company, all sort of problems happens. Of course, given my incompetence, so that's why it's slower. But actually, this is real life coding. It's like that. Especially, I mean, if you don't have enough sleep or something. Okay, anyway, that's it for that. That's it for today. Hope finally it's done. Yeah, so that's it. That's the JavaScript code, and we already talked for 1 hour something. So 1 hour and 7 minutes. Okay, that's it for today. What else was I going to do? So okay, that worked. So that's rot13. rot13 cipher, same thing as Emacs. Let's try something. Okay, this is rot13 cipher. Okay, you copy that, go here, paste it, do it, and you got that. Copy it back to Emacs, put it here, magnify. Okay, then you do this rot13 region, exactly the same, identical. Great, so that's success. That's rot13. So now copy this, close it, save it. rot13 cipher, yes, we have it. Close it, close it, close it. Back to the talk show page, close it. Okay, talk, open the talk show page, magnify, show in browser, and paste the link here, show in browser. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching today. If you like my Emacs, if you like my JavaScript tutorial, buy it. Okay. Hope to see you next time. Subscribe, thumbs up, and stuff. Oh, by the way, Emacs 27 is out, so that's fantastic. I'm going to talk about that maybe next day, tomorrow. Thank you guys. Bye bye.